E aí pessoal, tudo bem? Trazendo aqui Kingdom Come Deliverance II, que é a sequência do jogo de RPG medieval. E ele foi desenvolvido pela Warhorse Studios e publicado pela Deep Silver. O jogo é lançamento, né? Ele está disponível para PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S. E o jogo continua a jornada de Henry na Boêmia no século XV. Então vamos começar aqui a nossa gameplay, galera. Bora lá! No início do século XV, o reino da Boêmia é devastado pela guerra. O rei Vencelaus IV é capturado pelos nobres rebeldes e seu irmão, o rei XX não sei o que. Sobraram poucos lealistas ao lado do rei legítimo. Ano de 1403.
Keep firing! Don't stop! We need more arrows! Need help here, damn it! You grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep!
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others. Look out! Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze. Get ready! Prepare to shoot! Position! Take cover!
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
E já estamos controlando aqui, né?
Godwin! Over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them!
Prontinho, só foi ajeitar uma coisa da configuração aqui. Já estamos no controle, né?
Shoot him!
Errei.
I'll knock it down!
Ó, o primeiro disparo já errei, velho. Aí é complicado, né, galera?
Now you're finished!
What now, fucker?
Tem soldados ali embaixo.
You having a chance? They're inside! They're inside! Everyone here! Godwin! Get over here with that crossbow and join the line. Richard! What the fuck are you waiting for? Don't stop! Bastards! Die, you brother swine! Get ready for another attack! This won't stop them! Draw your sword and follow me!
Burn, fuckers!
O cara é devagar, hein? Deve ser aqui em cima. Pressione RT para atacar e LT para se defender.
Fucking Wenceslas! Down!
Like, don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, vat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Everyone to the tower!
Agora começamos oficialmente o gameplay, né, galera? Primeira parte aí que vocês viram meio sombria, né? Um ataque. Vamos ver como é que vai ser daqui pra frente agora. Pô, que mudança, hein? Várias semanas antes. Antes? Então o ataque nem chegou a acontecer ainda.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, you vat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does it actually mean?
Oh, Dentes Fortuna Juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world, meet new women, and simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Berghoff must be made of money.
O gráfico é impressionante, né, galera?
Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Aqui a gente tem a opção de concordar com o que ele tá falando ou seja responsável. Vamos concordar, né?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Concordar.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where. And here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
Aproveitar a viagem, não, velho. A gente tem que ser responsável, né?
Your silence is agreement. Well, enough of the chat.
Ele interpretou como sim porque a gente ficou quieto.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing.
O ruim é só quando eles ficam longe assim falando, pessoal, a legenda não aparece direito, né? Parece bem pequenininha. Mas é tipo coisa fora de contexto, é conversas pessoais, tipo nada a ver. Então não vejo muita necessidade.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, I don't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund. Well, so it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Ok, então aqui a gente tem 3 tipos de opções, né? De escolha e o nosso personagem como é que ele é, vamos ver. Qual é o seu estilo de jogo? Soldado, gosta de ter uma arma na mão e usar uma armadura forte, também é famoso por seu temperamento explosivo. Conselheiro, prefere resolver as coisas usando seu conhecimento, língua afiada e palavras gentis. Batedor, gosta de se esconder nas sombras e resolver tarefas silenciosamente sem ser detectado. A escolha de um estilo de jogo lhe dará alguns pontos de experiências iniciais, mas a escolha de quais características você desenvolverá depois é uma decisão sua. Então, pessoal, ele já disse que não quer confusão, né, cara? E os caras já disseram que são inimigos. Vamos ver aqui. A gente tem a opção assim, ó. Sou soldado e guarda-costas do Lord Cobham. A gente tem outra opção. Sou conselheiro de um nobre e emissário. Ou opção 3. Sou o batedor da nossa companhia. Opção 2, né, galera? Conselheiro.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe. And now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
Persuasão. Você pode resolver diversas situações convencendo a outra pessoa. Nos diálogos você terá algumas opções de reações, mas cuidado, a persuasão requer que a outra pessoa acredite em você. A gente tem eloquência, coerção, carisma, dominação, intimidação e poder. A outra opção é: muitas situações se resolvem persuadindo a outra pessoa. Nos diálogos você terá diversas opções de reações, mas atenção, a outra pessoa nem sempre acreditará em você. É que nem mentir, né? A persuasão não é uma questão de tirar o número mais alto, mas depende de com quem você está falando, qual é a sua aparência e qual é a sua reputação. Por exemplo, geralmente é inútil ameaçar um bando de malfeitores usando apenas de violência, assim como afirma ser nobre com palha saindo das botas. É, aquela história, né? Não adianta você falar que você é nobre porque tá bem vestido, mas o seu sapato tá todo destruído, como não representa aquele tipo de status daquela época, né, galera? Beleza, já compreendi. A gente tem a opção escolha corretamente. A escolha eloquência, você tentará resolver a situação usando suas habilidades diplomáticas ou tente apelar para sua aparência nobre. Vamos ver aqui. A gente tem a opção 1, como emissário, viemos oferecer uma aliança. Opção 2, por acaso temos cara de bandidos para você? Aí vem a questão da vestimenta, né, galera? Como soldados, podemos ajudar com os bandidos. Primeira opção, né? Como emissário, viemos oferecer uma aliança, já que ele não quer problemas, né?
We want to resolve conflicts, not to stir up more. Once more, I assure you we have no evil intentions. You can escort us to Trotsky, and everything will be explained there. That we can guarantee.
Very well.
Reputação aumentou.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone let a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll
Caraca, o cara tá no território inimigo e chama isso de fim de mundo, velho. Na cara do doido.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
A simpatia dele agora foi forçada, galera. O cara tá em território inimigo e chama o local dele de fim de mundo. O cara olhou com uma cara, velho.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
Bom, então a gente vai ter que acampar aqui, né?
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Be quiet, you flea bitten hound.
Descubra com o Sr. Huss qual é o plano. Cachorro latindo ali, velho. Calma aí, cara.
Henry, hey! Call off that mutt of yours.
Come here. What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah!
A gente tem um diário aqui, é. Menu de jogador, informações gerais. No menu de jogador você encontrará diversas informações importantes sobre Henry e o mundo à sua volta. Ele é dividido em 6 seções e você pode passá-las da direita para a esquerda e vice-versa. Que é um resumo. É um resumo do que a gente pode equipar, a qualidade dos nossos itens, entre outras coisas, a categoria deles também. Isso aqui é menu de jogador vestir armadura, beleza. Eu não sou muito de ler isso aí, galera, porque não acho muito produtivo. Eu sou mais de fazer para aprender. É que nem você comprar um micro-ondas, eles te mandam o manual de como usá-lo, mas você não olha o manual. É mais ou menos isso. A maioria faz isso, né, galera? Se não todo mundo. Vamos ver aqui. A gente não interage com ele, não? Aqui. Tem comida para meu cachorro? Sabe por que estamos indo a Trotsky? Você conhece essa região? Segunda opção.
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
Pelo jeito, os diálogos vão ser bem longos, hein, galera? Então, vou resumir. Tem comida pro meu cachorro? Não tem mais aqui a opção? Talvez possamos fazer as pazes. Você acha que teremos sucesso? Você conhece a região? Primeira opção, né?
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumans is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
Bom, vamos finalizar o diálogo. A gente tem que ver... Fale com o Lord Capon, você pode encontrá-lo seguindo a ponteira da bússola na parte superior na tela. Entendi. Isso aqui é a parte D, isso aqui é a parte B. Em cima, bem no centro da nossa tela, pessoal, lá em cima tem as letras lá, ó. O B, que tem um negócio vermelho ao redor, né? E aqui é o D, ó. Será que a gente consegue comida do cachorro agora, velho? Tem comida pro meu cachorro?
Listen, Would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Vamos comprar comida em trouxa, que a gente pode negociar com ele, né, galera? Vou trazer algo do banquete dos nobres. Ninguém quer ser mordido pelo vira-lata. Segunda opção, né? Vou trazer algo do banquete dos nobres.
Listen, if you give me that sausage now, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow. They'll surely serve us up some real delicacies at Lord von Bergov's castle. And I'll be invited, too.
You might be right. After all, you're a noble's bastard, and Sir Hans always keeps you close at hand. All right, then. Here's your sausage. And don't forget about me tomorrow. My favorite.
A gente conseguiu nossa, velho. Super hard. Misericórdia, velho. Vamos ver aqui. Alimentar seu cachorro. Para alimentar o vira-lata, olhe para ele.
Here you go.
Aqui tá a linguiça pra você, cara. Pega aí. Tá comendo, hein? Legal. Vamos ver aqui que esse cara aqui agora.
Henry, oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
Não foi legal. Realmente não foi mesmo, né? Foi complicado. Mas vamos na primeira opção, eu dei um jeito.
I got the feeling you'd lost your tongue.
Just for a moment. But true enough. That bastard surprised me a bit.
Well, that's what I'm here for. To deal with that kind of stuff.
And I must say, that was pretty good for your first action as leader of my bodyguard. Let's see if you keep it up. But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologized to us. If Hannah had seen it. Maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit? After that long journey. With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Beleza. Pegue uma armadura e uma espada e fale com o Sr. Hans. Armadura e espada. Então a gente vai ter que utilizar esse negócio aqui, um capacete e a espada de madeira.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to...
Cai dentro, cara.
I ain't...
Vamos começar a esgrima.
So, should we start?
Ready?
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Você pode fazer ataques em sequência. Botão RT novamente, enquanto seu ataque ainda estiver em andamento. Beleza.
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking.
Segure para se proteger.
Strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
Bloqueei 5 ataques.
Good. Nice. That's the way. Good.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh?
A gente pode realizar um bloqueio perfeito pressionando durante o ataque do oponente. Vamos ver então. Aqui.
That's it.
That's not it. You mustn't block until after I start my stride.
Ai, tomei.
Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with...
Ataque logo depois do bloqueio. Primeiro bloqueio o ataque do seu oponente e depois o ataque.
Why didn't you strike afterwards? Good, Henry. Sweet. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then.
Ao atacar uma zona onde seu oponente não esteja segurando a arma, você reduz as chances de ele executar um bloqueio perfeito.
Nice.
That's how it's done.
That was too slow. Nice.
You got around that, Henry.
All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
Cara, tu é um covarde, cara. Comecei a jogar agora e tu quer fazer aposta? Vamos ver, se quiser aposto mais. Por mim pode mesmo. Ah, vamos apostar a quantidade que ele quer.
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself. Off to a good start.
Nossa, velho. Tá me cansando. Te cansou mesmo, hein? Não gostei da estamina, hein?
Nice.
Weren't expecting
Tomei.
that, were you?
A estamina vai muito rápido, velho.
That was some wallop.
Ó, ele tá do jeito que eu deixo a espada, ó. Cansou. Toma.
Go, fellas, go! Now that's sword play. That hit home. Nice block.
Fuck me.
É, ficou brabo, hein?
Ow! Curva! How do you do it? Ow! Curva!
Fuck me!
Don't hold back. Jesus, how did you do that?
Fuck me!
Right on the head.
Knocked the stuffing out of me.
Go, fellas, go!
I yield! Enough!
Ganhamos. Você apanhou feio, hein, cara? Você não tem vergonha, não?
I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky.
Você tá perto da fogueira. Deixa eu só tirar os equipamentos aqui, senão a gente vai ficar equipado. Eu acho que esse negócio aqui, você não pode trocar de roupa agora. A gente não pode tirar, não? Tá, não tem problema. Queria tirar o capacete, pelo menos, né? Não tem problema.
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
Eu também venci em Ratai. Eu perdi em Ratai e venceu, né?
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Eu tive que arrastar você. Eu separei você. Agilidade. Eu podia ter ficado conosco até de manhã. Ele podia, quer dizer. Esclareci tudo com o marido. Eloquência, vitalidade, agilidade e força. Aqui eu acho que o que tá dizendo ali, pessoal, tem força, agilidade, vitalidade e eloquência, aqui eu acho que é algum atributo que a gente vai fortalecer dependendo da nossa escolha, né? Então eu acho que agilidade seria interessante, né? Ou força. Agilidade.
Dragging you apart was great fun. You were shit-faced, he was foaming at the mouth, and she was screaming like mad.
I was watching from the table, and I have to say, Henry, you dodged him pretty well. Did you catch a blow at all?
Você subiu de nível.
But nothing worth talking about.
He doesn't go down easy.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
Ela é minha amada, não aconteceu nada com Teresa, corajosa, e é tudo que direi.
She's brave. She saved my life when I went back to Skalitz after it was razed to bury my parents, and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. And that's all I'll say.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
O vira-lata farejou algo, adestramento. Fiquei o tempo todo com vocês, furtividade. Estava procurando um abrigo, sobrevivência, Eu precisava de paz e tranquilidade, erudição. Então a gente pode escolher adestramento para aumentar a furtividade, sobrevivência e erudição. Então vamos escolher furtividade ou sobrevivência? Furtividade, né? Ninguém vê a gente.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see him?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
Exatamente que eu imaginei, o diálogo muda também, galera.
I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Ficar em silêncio. Ah, isso aqui é temporizador, velho. Ele é um nobre importante.
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the Royal Chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
A gente pode aumentar espadas, armas pesadas. Aumentar não. Escolher, eu acho, né? Pelo que eu tô analisando aqui. Espada, arma pesada e desarmado. Ou o arco, né? Eu não gostei muito do arco no início, galera. Achei meio estranho. A espada é uma arma excelente. Prefiro massas, que é a arma pesada, né? Posso me virar até sem uma arma, desarmado. Lutar no soco contra um cara com faca é bem complicado, né? Prefiro atirar. Então a gente vai escolher espadas, né? A gente pode escolher... Pô, escolher um machado grande, pesado seria bacana, velho. Mas vamos de espada.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
O nome do cara é a véia, tá, galera?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Que houve? Ah, tá. Uma cutscene.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief! I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds. Oh.
Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ballsack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans!
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Hear that singing? They must be close.
Nossa, olha o reflexo na água. Nossa, que impressionante.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer.
Ele levanta, ele se abaixa. Ih, tem alguém ali.
Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
Jogaram uma pedra.
What is this racket here? What was that?
Oxe, não vai não? Tem que jogar de novo?
Hey?
It worked. Let's go.
É engraçado que ela fica parada ali, que nem uma estátua, galera. Não se move, ó.
Alright. What was that?
We'll go even closer, but carefully.
Pana v poli na chvilku rozhalila košilku, vidět byl jen kousek, báby křižujou se, aleluja domine, aleluja domine. Pana je u muziky, směje se na chasníky, ty jen pijou jedí, Pana sama sedí, Aleluia, Domine. Aleluia.
Damn, Henry. I told you to... Oh, my fucking God, you're a dumb... We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. A letter. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away. Hey! What the fuck are you doing? Hey!
Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Oh, his horse is quick!
Oh, Mott.
What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What? Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait! Ah, fuck!
We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'll lead the way.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
Você é um homem procurado. O ícone de lebre embaixo da bússola indica o que está acontecendo à sua volta. Neste momento, inimigos estão procurando por você. É possível encontrar uma explicação. Beleza, a lebre é a que está ali em cima, ó, pessoal. No centro do monitor, bem em cima. Vai ter um coelho ali com uma lupa na mão. Ele está caminhando. Significa que a gente está sendo procurado. A gente vai ter que seguir esse cara.
Down! They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge. And keep your eyes peeled, right? Around. You two, go up there. Get a move on.
A gente tem que seguir ele, né?
You watch this side of the rocks. And you, go to the pond. If they didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond, I want to know. Then come back and give me a full report. Footprints, blood trails,
You'll see us.
everything.
We'll have to wait.
Do you honestly think
Get
they
to
can
work.
swim all the fucking way across?
Shut up, or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Stumbling about in the pitch black, when all your torch does is blind you.
Leave it out. Catching some naked men in the forest is better than getting killed in a skirmish.
Maybe, but I still can't see a bloody thing.
Tá bem escuro aqui, velho.
We've got to get to that tree trunk up ahead, quietly. There's more of them up top. Fuck!
I played dice against lefties.
They're coming
yesterday.
here!
Shouldn't
Stand
you be
still!
keeping watch instead? You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they tried to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank.
Run!
not here.
Quick!
Why are we moving down instead of being high up? Because you can't see shit from up there through the foliage. But we were sent up top.
No, no, no. Fuck, they're in front of us. Quick, into the rocks.
Kurva! They're fleeing into the rocks! Hurry! Run around! We'll catch them at the top!
Sem saída aqui, velho. Tem um caminho aqui pra cima.
What now?
Vamos ver aqui.
Shit! Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
A gente foi visto?
Where now, for fuck's sake? Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
Beleza. Então a gente explora o ponto de entrada nas rochas. Tem saída, velho. Ih, os caras ali, velho.
Where's Capon? He must have fled from them through the other gorge. I have to find him.
Onde é que o cara foi, velho?
Where is he?
Cadê o cara?
Oh, this looks like a way out. Hans!
Here! Oh, God, we found each other. I didn't manage to warn you when those soldiers popped up in front of me. I only just avoided being seen. And I only found my way out of those bloody rocks a while ago.
You're a dead man!
A gente tá machucado, galera. Machucado, estamina ruim. Não sei nem como é que eu tô ganhando até o momento, né?
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house. If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Pa. Now, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are. Are you? Am I dead? Not yet. I'm dead, though.
Well, if I'm not, then how come...
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up! Pull yourself together, Henry. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Where am I?
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot-down hawk. And that fella landed with you. He broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
What are you wearing?
Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all...
Now, where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. We've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up.
Pessoal, vou pedir pra vocês deixarem um gostei aí no canal, comente, compartilhe, se inscreva no canal. Isso motiva demais, né, galera? Missão principal iniciada, Fortuna.
How are you holding up?
Not good. I feel like it's all up for me.
Just hang in there, damn it. As long as you talk, I know you're hanging in there.
Que loucura, velho.
Henry,
What are you staring at?
They're here. Sigismund's army.
The only army here is the one-man army of Sir Hans Cable. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
But the gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck!
What's the matter?
Skalitz is in flames. We're gonna die here.
You survived Skalitz, and you'll survive this. Come on!
Bianca!
Come on!
Father?
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle.
Henry.
Hurry. What about you?
Are you mad?
Mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to
For
Sir
Christ's sake!
If it happens, he'll take
Come
care of you.
on!
Trust me.
Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see. Henry, focus.
Take me away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
No.
Please. God, there's nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run. No.
Don't give in to it. Hang in there. Make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further. Henry, wake up.
The linden tree. Just like Father always wanted.
No, we can't stop.
And Pa. Dead. They're all dead.
But we aren't yet. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on, pal. Hold on. We're here.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents. They're...
That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whoresons.
Think against Scott!
Hey, lad! Are you alive, lad?
Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
Você descobriu sua cama.
What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
O que houve com ele? Você vai ajudá-lo? Claro que ela vai ajudar, né, cara? Ela já enfaixou o cara.
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna and collapsed on the floor.
E o assassino?
What about that cutthroat?
You can go out and have a look at him. Hans gave him a right hammering. I didn't get a wink of sleep with that corpse in my yard.
I understand. I'm sorry we caused you such trouble. But you'll save Hans, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
Meu corpo todo dói. Já estive pior. Meu corpo todo dói, né?
There's no part of me that doesn't hurt. Inside and out. Mostly my shoulder where I took an arrow.
Little wonder then. But you're conscious and talking. That's a good sign. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushena's my name.
And I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Queda grave. Por milagre você sobreviveu a essa queda grave, mas você perdeu muitos pontos de nível principal, habilidades e vantagens, devido aos grandes ferimentos. Só lhe resta se recuperar e recuperá-los gradualmente ao longo do jogo. Beleza. Então, você está sangrando. O sangramento diminuirá sua vida aos poucos e pode até matá-lo. Para estancar o sangramento, abra o inventário e coloque ataduras suficientes. Vamos ver aqui. Aqui está o nosso inventário, ataduras. Preciso saber quantos é o necessário, né? A gente só pode usar 4. É o máximo, galera. A gente tá com 6, mas só pode usar 4. Ou é 4 é o essencial. Eu acho que é o 4 é o essencial. É porque tem uma bolinha ali, galera. Se vocês olharem bem no meio ali, ó, tem uma bolinha. Ela vai diminuindo, ó. O vermelho nela, que é o sangramento, só que fica na metade, né? Mas no outro lado diz que fica 100%. Tá ótimo. A gente usou.
Better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
Estocamos sangramento. Então ela falou pra gente tomar banho, né? Também. Ir lá fora tomar banho. Isso aqui não abre, não? Vai aqui tomar um banho. Tem uma água aqui perto. Aqui.
I feel like a new man.
Você não consegue mais se limpar em um coxo. Para isso precisa dos banhos. Ela falou pra gente comer também. Comer da panela. Adicionar porção. Não dá? Comer da panela então.
Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
Bom, já deu concluído, né? Mas será que a vida não aumenta mais?
There's nothing to eat here. There's nothing to eat here.
Já comeu tudo, é? Vamos ver ela aqui.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Entendo de ervas. Como vou reconhecer as ervas? A poção do leite é perigosa, não é? Como vou reconhecer essa erva? Pô, o jogo vai dizer pra nós.
I can do that.
O jogo vai dizer pra gente.
Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You
A gente perdeu reputação, velho.
till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Acho que dou conta.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Beleza, a gente vai ter que pegar a pá e a gente vai ter que fazer um enterro. Para ver onde ir, abra o mapa pressionando para cima. Onde é que tá a pá? E aqui tá o cara, velho. Tem que achar a pá. Bom, aí sim, hein? A gente sentir fome, né, galera? A gente não pode sentir fome de jeito nenhum. Schnapps, salvador fraco, bebida alcoólica. O jogo é salvo automaticamente durante o momento importante ou quando você sai usando a opção salvar e sair no menu. Você também pode salvar dormindo na sua cama ou bebendo um pouco de não sei o que.
Seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
Isso aqui é o quê? Rapaz. Não entendo nada dessas paradas aqui não. Eu só quero achar a pá. Eu não prestei atenção quando ela falou onde é que tava a pá. Rapaz. Olha aí. Mas já sumiu, velho. Sumiu não. Nem aparece. Eu tenho que usar roupa, cara. Eu tô sem roupa. Eu lembrei agora. Ela deu uma roupa pra nós. Pronto. A bússola localizada na parte superior da tela te ajudará a navegar pelo mundo.
Damn, the shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Quero ver onde é que eu vou enterrar esse cara, velho. Tô indo no objetivo, mas não sei se é aqui. Ó. Vocês viram? Um arco ali ajudaria, velho. Achamos a planta. Acabou de aparecer aqui. Onde é que tá ela? Cadê? Essa aqui é a roxa. É a saliva.
Purple flower. Sage. There we go.
Vou pegar o essencial, né, galera? Não sei quanto a gente vai precisar, né? Mas vai saber. Cadê a branca que ela falou? Tá aqui. Aqui. Pô, eu conheço camomila, velho. Só que é a questão, né, galera? É jogo.
Chamomile.
Vocês sabem o que eu quero dizer, né? É jogo. Quando vem a imagem toda feia, errada, mal desenhada. Pô, velho, eu gosto muito de tomar um chá de camomila, velho. Acabou? Vou pegar o quanto dá. remédio. Lembrei daqueles jogos de Sekai. Pra quem gosta de mangá, manhwa. Eu curto muito, galera. Aí o cara chega lá no outro mundo, atropelado por um caminhoneiro. Aí ele chega no outro mundo lá e vê uns negócios lá e pega e não para mais de pegar, né? É que nem um jogo pra eles, né? Acho que deu, né? Vamos ver... A gente tem que pegar agora a pá, que eu já tava procurando anteriormente. E a gente tem que pegar também o cara e enterrar o cachorro. Pô, tem dois caras ali embaixo, velho.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
Vamos ver lá, galera. Não consigo entender nada que eles estão falando. Não dá pra ouvir direito, né? Ele no soco, é? Cadê a arma? A gente pegou... Aqui é o diário. Inventário, jogador. Na aba jogador você encontra todas as informações importantes sobre atributos, habilidades e o status do Henry. Ao longo do jogo você ganhará pontos de vantagem que pode usar para melhorar seus atributos, habilidades e a capacidade para a guerra. Nas outras abas você encontrará efeitos que podem afetar temporariamente o status de Henry, sua reputação nos lugares onde esteve, relembra os combos ou... relembrar os combos ou verificar o status dos seus companheiros animais. Então aqui é a parte que todo jogo, quase todo jogo, né, você ganha uma quantidade de pontos, né, galera, e você pode distribuir eles. Só que nos jogos eu nunca faço isso, eu acabo esquecendo. Eu jogo o jogo todo, faço o jogo todo e não me lembro de ter que distribuir os pontos. Beleza. E esse vai ser mais um, pelo que eu tô vendo. A gente tá com 3 pontos para distribuir. Eu vou ter que saber como é que eu vou fazer para distribuir eles, né? A gente tem força, agilidade, vitalidade, eloquência. O que nos ajudaria no início de uma gameplay? Agilidade e força. Conversar, não vejo muita vantagem em conversar, porque a gente já fala, né, galera? A gente é o cérebro do personagem. Bom, retiro o que falei, né, galera? Eloquência também é importante, né? Falei besteira. Vamos ver, aqui tá as habilidades. Artesanato, alquimia, inebriação, equitação, adestramento, erudição, furtividade, sobrevivência e roubo. Rapaz, a gente pode ser até bandido, é? Como é que faz pra gente aumentar nossas coisas aqui? Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha. Opa, fiz errado. Aqui é um detalhe. Combate, guerras, espadas, armas pesadas. Vamos resumir isso daqui. Tronco ferido. Bom, vamos ver o que tem ali. Senão a gente vai ficar muito tempo ali.
I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Arme-se. Vai ter que ser com machado.
Prepare to fight! You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit!
Nossa.
Blood! I've got to get out of here! Save yourself!
A gente gente vai ter que ir atrás deles, é? Vai.
Shit!
Um foi. Cadê o outro? Vem cá, cara. Foge não. Foge não.
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
Bom, então a gente não pode passar de certo ponto. Opa, apareceu um ícone aqui. Pera aí. Apareceu se eu começar a cavar.
I'll need to get a spade first.
Então vai ser mais ou menos aqui que a gente vai cavar o local do cara. Perto do rio. Tô mais perdido que segue em tiroteio. Nossa. Tô mais perdido que segue em tiroteio. Vamos ver o que o cara pode ter aqui. Saquear. Tem tocha. Capuz de mendigo. Jaquetão desgastado. Vamos saquear tudo, né? Chave de portas e baú. Ataduras. Kit de ferreiro. Pente de osso. Beleza. Isso aqui a gente pesa, hein, galera? Então a gente vai ter que tomar cuidado. Vamos pegar esse cara aqui, então.
Bury him without a shovel. Bajana said there should be one near the dung heap.
A gente vai levar ele até aquele ponto que a gente viu ali. Nossa, olha a velocidade do cara, velho. Eu acho que é por aqui. A gente deixa ele ali. Tem o do outro também, né? A gente deixa ele aqui mesmo. Só não gostei dessa câmera aqui, velho. Tem esse outro aqui. Vamos ver o que ele tem. Ele tem tocha, capuz de minerador, cinto de caçador, jaquetão, botas, calças, água, cebola, cenoura, maçã e ataduras. O nosso inventário. Esse aqui é o do cara, esse aqui é o nosso inventário. Tocha a gente tem duas. A gente pesa, galera. A gente tem que tomar cuidado que a gente pesa. Vamos pegar esse cara e vamos colocar lá junto com o outro. Ah, a pá tá aqui, ó. Pera aí. Como é que eu não vi essa pá aqui, velho? A gente tem que carregar ele até o riacho, né? Galera, o gráfico tá bonito, vocês não estão achando? Tô achando bonito, velho. E pelas opções que eu vi... Olha aí. Rapaz, o porquinho parece que esse porquinho da vida real mesmo, hein? Sobe, cara. Sabe onde é que eu deixei outro cara? Eu deixei perto do riacho.
Ah, shit! Oh, my shoulder. Oh, this bastard's hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough.
Deixa eu ver, a gente tá descalço. A gente tá descalço. Deixa eu colocar uma botina aqui. Uma bota. Não, vou botar uma ruinzinha aqui. Essa aqui mesmo. Se a gente não fica mais descalço. Agora, onde é que tá o outro cara que eu joguei ele? Por aqui. Não sei se vai precisar jogar ele fora, né? Acho que não. Tem que aprender os comandos direito aqui que eu tô me atrapalhando. Tá bom? Após um pouco de trabalho árduo, Feito. Ah, então o outro pode deixar assim mesmo. Ou não. Eis a questão, né? Porque apareceu vários pontos aqui pra cavar. Bom, vamos ver aqui então. Deixa pra lá, né? Vamos ver aqui. Nosso próximo objetivo. Ah, a gente tem que tomar um banho, né? E aí, dog? Como é que você tá? Deixa eu guardar esse negócio aqui, velho. Aqui é o mapa. Deixa eu tirar nossa coisa aqui, pera aí. Tem outra opção, né? A gente aqui e aqui a gente guarda, beleza. A gente não vai poder se lavar, pode? Pode. Você se limpou o máximo que deu no coxo.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Você merece saber a verdade. Vai falar a verdade pra ela, né, cara? Se ela falar pros outros, a gente só senta o porrete neles.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy, but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Vou preparar o remédio. Bom, óbvio, a gente vai ter que aprender isso, né, galera? Então a gente prepara o remédio. A gente tem a opção de, não, é você quem vai fazer? Eu achei ridícula essa pergunta aí. Então a gente prepara.
Alright, I'll try.
Certo, eu vou tentar. Eu não sei fazer. Tenho um pouco de experiência com alquimia. Eu não sei fazer, eu não sei mesmo.
But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Beleza. Então a gente tem que pegar, prepare uma poção de cura. Tutorial. Tem o tutorial, é? Você pode preparar poções da bancada. É uma bancada? Onde é que tá a bancada? Será que tá aqui em cima? Então aqui é a nossa cama, né? Pode dormir e salvar. Arrombar médio. Arrombar com a coisa dos outros aí é chato isso, né? Que? Flecha perfurante? Claro que eu vou querer. Provavelmente a gente vai ter que pegar um arco futuramente. Kit de atirador. Vamos ver o que mais a gente pode ver aqui. Comer na panela, não tem nada. Adicionar poção. Aqui.
First, go to the recipe book.
O livro de receitas está à direita. Pressione A para folheá-lo. Camomila. E a saliva. Não vou confirmar.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Você vai precisar de vinho, 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de saliva. Eu não consigo ver que isso ali é vinho, sei lá o que é aquilo ali, velho. É 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de saliva. O que eu fiz aqui, velho?
You must have read it by now, surely.
É 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de saliva.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Nem consegui ler direito, velho. A mover para baixo. Isso.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Para abanar. Para ferver, você tem que abanar o fogo apertando LT.
It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Confirmar.
Let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Dois punhados de camomila. Ih, eu fiz besteira. Tá, tudo bem. Pegue um punhado de ervas do saco de camomila e coloque no caldeirão. Isso adiciona um punhado. Isso aqui é difícil, hein, galera?
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Vamos ver, adicionando ervas. Onde é que tá esse saco aqui? Aqui, camomila. Um punhado.
Don't waste time. Throw it in.
Mais outro.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts.
Cadê a ampulheta? Aqui.
See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Quando começar a ferver, a gente vira a ampulheta.
Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Tá, só tem que esperar o jogo dar a ordem, né, pra gente colocar. Tem que descer ele. Aqui. Ele vai aqui?
Have you got it ground? Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Despeje o remédio. Tá, vamos ver. Poções podem ser finalizadas decantando ou destilando. Isso depende da receita. Para decantar a poção, pegue um frasco da prateleira à esquerda e selecione o caldeirão. Cadê? Um frasco. Qualquer um. Aqui.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
É ruim, galera, porque ela fala e aparece o tutorial do lado. Há duas coisas ao mesmo tempo. É ruim. Qual você vai ler? Você se atrapalha. Você preparou uma poção. Infusão de camomila forte. Quantidade 3. Preço 35. Beleza, sair da mesa.
Here it is.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Beleza, então vamos dormir. Para descansar, durma em uma cama. Além disso, sua vida se regenera enquanto dorme. Então vamos dormir, né? Já que a gente tá quebrado ainda. Oh, tem rango aí? Tem rango? Rango? Ela fez um rango? Oh, tem nada. Tá escurecendo já também, né? Vamos dormir aqui então e salvar o jogo, né? Essa não é minha cama? Achei que era minha cama, velho. Quanto tempo você quer dormir? Um sono saudável, né, galera? 8 horas. É 5? Então vamos dormir até as 5 da manhã, né? É legal, galera. Vocês viram? Ele dormindo por 12 horas, já que tá ferido, ele vai se recuperar bem.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rot in hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Melhor do que ontem, né?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Pô, a parte mais importante do sonho que eu deduzi quando eu olhei a primeira vez, né, foi ele falar da espada. Não, mas a gente tem a opção de mentir ainda, velho. Cara, você é um safado se tem a opção de mentir, hein? A espada do meu pai.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Obrigado, vou pensar sobre isso. Eu não acredito nesses contos de carochinha. Vamos ser educado, né?
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Tome café da manhã com os outros. Pontos de vantagem aumenta o nível de Henry e também lhe dará ponto de vantagem. Você pode usá-los para desbloquear suas outras habilidades e melhorias. Vamos tomar um café da manhã, né? Eu ainda vou adicionar poção, velho. O jogo é legal, galera. O jogo é bem diferente de tudo que eu joguei na minha vida até hoje, né? E eu gostei muito do gráfico, que tá sensacional, me impressionou muito. Galera, olha esse fogo.
There's no food for me here.
Olha esse fogo aí, galera. Tá incrível, velho. Olha os frangos ali, ó. Bem detalhado, bem feito. Cara, me impressionou mesmo. E eu tô sendo bem sincero com vocês. O jogo, ele não tá exigindo muito do meu PC.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Sr. Hans foi capturado pelos cumanos para resumir a história. Conta tudo, né? Primeira opção.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Cumans?
Assassinos sanguinários. Eu acho que... Eu não sei quem é esses cumanos, galera. Se eles são assassinos sanguinários ou mercenários da Hungria. Eu acho que é mercenários da Hungria, né? Bom, vou botar... Ou talvez seja os dois, né? Vamos botar a primeira opção, então.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian...
É isso mesmo, são os dois.
The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes...
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Como o Sr. Hus foi atingido por uma flecha.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded.
Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Como você derrotou aquela facinora, obrigado por ter me trazido aqui.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
E o resto da sua companhia, temos que ir atrás do vira-lata. Também, né, nosso cachorrinho. Bom, o cachorro, pessoal, vocês sabem, né? Cachorro acha o dono... Velho, tem que estar muito longe, mas muito mesmo. E o cachorro, quando fugiu com a gente, ele não estava muito longe, não. Mas de toda forma, né, a gente tem que ir atrás do animal, né? E vamos ver primeiro a opção aqui e o resto da companhia.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
Difícil, velho.
For yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Temos que ir atrás do vira-lata.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Bora.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Eu ouvi, não acredita em mim? Sei que parece estranho. Ele viu, né, galera? Ele saiu do lago e olhou pra trás ainda.
Tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
A gente conseguiu espada de caça. Onde você conseguiu?
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Vamos lá, né, galera? Eu só segui esse processo, pessoal, porque tinha que seguir, não tínhamos escolha. Pô, velho, deu até o dinheiro deles, velho. O golpe tá aí. Não é, galera? O golpe tá aí. Os caras foram corridos pelo cachorro, velho. Foi muito engraçado.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
It's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Estranho, galera, não tem nem guarda.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Já vi não. Garanto pra vocês que já teve locais que declararam guerra por conta de gente mal educada assim. Podem ter certeza.
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Ah, tu vai querer invadir. Quer ver? Eu sou capaz de apostar, esse cara vai querer invadir, velho. Esse cara é maluco. Não, vai ficar numa aldeia próxima. Será?
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Primeiro temos que nos lavar e nos trocar.
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Então vamos ganhar dinheiro. Ou a gente pode... Vamos voltar para Ratai. É uma boa também, né, galera? É voltar se for atacado, velho.
So I suppose the best thing is to go back to Ratai and eat crow, eh?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Cara, e daí, velho? Isso tem motivo de piada, velho. Vocês foram atacados, velho. Vocês viram a quantidade de guerreiro, galera? Ai, ai. Porque ter vergonha foi emboscada, é isso mesmo.
A laughing stock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Você não tem culpa pela morte deles. Na verdade ele tem, porque ele queria ficar com aquela babaquice dele de ver mulher lavando roupa em lago. A culpa é dele, cara, porque o outro falou, cara, a gente tá aqui acampando, vamos deixar pra tomar banho mais tarde, outra hora. Agora não, a gente pode ser emboscado por bandidos. O cara falou assim. A gente pode escolher, vamos voltar e enterrá-los. Tenho igual responsabilidade. Não, cara, tu não tem responsabilidade de nada. Bom, de certa forma tu tem, né? Porque tu foi o idiota que foi atrás do cara que tu tem que fazer a segurança. Desculpa isso, galera, mas é verdade, cara. Os caras morreram, velho. Tá certo que 2 não ia fazer diferença contra 8, 10 que eu contei ali quantos tinham. Bom, vamos voltar a enterrá-los.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pajanas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
A mulher que eles salvaram ali, eu acho que era ela. É, ele vai olhar agora, ó. É ela mesma, ó.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Fine pair of that wench. Wench!
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Engraçado, né? Ele que foi atrás de mulher ali e a gente tem que provar.
Full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Ficar em silêncio, interromper, interromper, já te vi antes. Aqui, ó.
I've seen you before.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
One of them nomads is an acrobat who does all kinds of tricks.
Pô, a gente vai ter que achar um coxo pra se lavar, velho. Aqui tem um. O banho é rápido, né, galera? Isso me lembrou da peste negra. Vocês sabiam que a peste negra foi causada por conta de falta de banho na Europa? Fale com a mulher. Aqui.
And won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine.
Eu quero falar com ela, velho.
I'll be right back.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
É cada uma, velho. Não sou limpador de latrinas. Você foi atacado por bandidos.
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
No lago.
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happened.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Será que ela tem uma irmã gêmea, velho? Não sei por que está tentando negar. O que está tentando fazer, eu salvei sua vida.
You know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? Get out of my sight.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Essa mulher aí é estranha, galera.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. You'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
O cara é um bruto, vocês viram o jeito que ele pega o braço dela? Já pegou duas. Ele gostou de pegar da primeira. Eu vou gostar de pegar do segundo também.
Have you nothing better to do?
Ele gostou, velho. De pegar no braço dela, quer dizer.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Pronto para o quê?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Nossa, está bom.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Ai, ai. Tá bom, vamos fazer.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Como é que é? Que mal lhes pergunte de onde vocês vieram de fato. Ratai?
Ratai.
Ratai. Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Ouvi algo sobre um casamento. É uma opção, né? Como é a vida aqui? Esta é a única taverna aqui. Para onde devemos mover os sacos? Vamos ver a primeira opção, né? Sobre o casamento, que a gente vai ter que invadir o casamento. Ou invadir ou achar um jeito de conversar com o cara lá.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
O Lord estará no casamento?
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Quem é Simini?
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Então é um casamento por interesse. Posso ir no casamento? Claro que tu não pode, né, cara? Onde vai ser o casamento?
What's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Ele quer saber se ele pode ir no casamento, galera. Claro que ele não vai poder ir, né, velho? Não é nem parente deles, velho. Cara, você é maluco? Olha a opção. Vamos perguntar só pra ver a resposta?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Bom, a gente já pode sair, né? Cadê os sacos?
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
É verdade, né?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
We could come up with a plan to take her away.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Burgov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Esse cara é um idiota, velho. Por que tu não vai resolver isso aí, cara? A gente tem que fazer tudo. Vou pensar em alguma coisa.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Os caras nem reconhecem ele, velho. Certo, eu vou fazer sozinho. Faz ideia do que está aparecendo. Ah, ninguém vai reconhecê-lo. Isso é verdade.
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
Não seja mimado. É só tentar. Todo mundo precisa trabalhar. Isso é verdade.
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a...
Galera, eu vou dar um fim nesse doido aí, velho.
...to work, but wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Você aprendeu igreja romana, você aprendeu os 6 estados do homem, você aprendeu agricultura. Mas que... Galera, a gente tá ganhando coisa por ouvir essas besteiras, velho. Onde eu me encaixo nisso?
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Ai, ai. Galera, eu vou pegar uma espada e vou pegar esse cara aí, velho.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
Não tem outro jeito, deixando seu status aristocrático de lado, para de fazer birra.
We don't have time for your spoilt brat manners now. Either we get to work, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Manners? I'll put manners on you. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then.
A gente perdeu a reputação, galera. Então não quer trabalhar.
You simply aren't gonna work.
Come now, Henry. You can manage those few sacks by yourself.
Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
When the time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about
Ah, eu não vou falar nada, não. Eu vou acabar com esse doido aí, velho. Vamos pegar o saco ali. São 2 sacos que eu vi o cara falando, né?
Where's that bloody innkeeper?
Oof! That isn't half heavy.
5 sacos, velho.
God bless.
Nossa, velho. Como é que tá essa porcaria de dispensa? Não vou conseguir abrir a porta assim, velho. Pô, cara, tá de brincadeira com a minha cara, velho.
Look out!
Deve ser aqui atrás. Ou não? Ah, velho. Sério? Vou ter que largar o saco então e abrir aquela porta. Ou talvez seja aqui mesmo. Ah, tava aberto. Nossa, cara. Tava aberto.
You're not going to plow on Sunday, are you? No. And nor should you.
Tava aberto, cara.
On any other day. Go and see the priest first. If he says it's all right, I'll be happy to help you, friend.
Galera, que vida, hein? A vida tá difícil. E aquela menina, galera, vocês não acharam ela meio estranha? Tipo, ela sabia quem a gente era, mas ela não queria dizer. Ela não queria, tipo, se fazer de desentendida. Nossa, vocês viram um rato correndo aqui? Ela quis fazer de desentendida. Pra mim, essa menina ali, ela deve ser alguma espiã, velho. Daqueles caras lá que ia atacar a gente. Porque se vocês parar pra pensar, por que ela iria se fazer de desentendida? Ah, eu não sei de nada, eu nunca estive num lago. Ou ela fugiu do trabalho, né? Do local onde ela estava pra ir pro lago. Com as amigas dela. De 2, 1, né? Pô, cara, se o cara tivesse ajudando, a gente já teria terminado mesmo, velho. A gente já teria terminado, velho.
What did you say? Say it again. It was their own fault. What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Ficar em silêncio, calma, não insulte nossos companheiros mortos, o tolo é você.
Calm down.
Pega calma, né?
I am perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Nossa.
You want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Parem.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
For an ass kicking, you.
Ah, é sério? Eu tenho que brigar, velho. Tá todo mundo batendo em mim, velho.
Now we'll have you, you scum.
Slice him up! Oh, no match for us, fucker! Nice hit!
Tá todo mundo batendo em mim, velho.
Take us to that part!
Right on the money! Fucking scum! Oh! Were you born clumsy or did you learn that?
Yeah!
Don't
Spare him! Hurt anyone else!
You asked for it!
Shame on you! Bad luck!
No chance. Enough's enough. Time to die, you bastard.
Surprised, eh?
That's mad.
Yeah!
Don't
We're gonna
spare
gut
you, you whore son.
I'll break your bones! Show your stuff! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Tá todo mundo me batendo, velho.
Zeig, was du da hast. I hope he doesn't hurt anyone.
What now, fucker?
Todo mundo me batendo, aí não dá, velho.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Nossa, velho. Cara, isso vai dar um problemão, velho.
This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that nest.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off!
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Papelão, hein?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Sou o único de nós com juízo. Sinto muito, mas a culpa é sua.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
Você quer colocar a culpa em mim? Quem começou a brigar?
What? Who started quarreling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me? Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
E você sabe muito bem, hein? Você é um pirralho mimado.
You're a spoiled brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Fazer as pazes, né, galera? Às vezes é bom desabafar, mas ficar como inimigo vai dar problema pra nós.
That's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I'll have to consider what to do next.
Ficou magoado. Nossa, a onda de calor, galera. Na manhã seguinte... Isso é tortura, cara. Nossa, cara, vou nem comentar.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Eu acho que é mais fácil acontecer o contrário, né? Imagina chegar o pai dele ali. Imagina, né, galera?
Nossa, Otto!
Hey! Open Bogo!
Tomou um tapa na cara.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Complicada, né, galera? Complicado demais. Crime e reputação. Cada ação sua tem consequências. Se você cometer crimes, o mundo e as pessoas ao seu redor reagirão a eles. O que é crime? Nossa, galera, olha ali, o jogo tá explicando o que é crime. Tá, consequências do crime, todo mundo já sabe. O mundo todo, até nos dias de hoje, sabe o que acontece. Reputação. A sua reputação afeta como as pessoas tratam você. Você pode melhorar sua reputação. Alerta, se houver muito crime numa área, o povo vai ficar mais vigilante e se armar, e os guardas chamarão reforços. Quando as coisas se acalmarem, tudo retornará ao normal. É tipo um Red Dead Redemption 2 com uma mecânica medieval. Tá parecendo isso, né?
Hey, over here.
Keep the peace and we won't have any problems.
O menino tá chamando a gente, hein, velho?
Hey, you.
Ela tá chamando a gente ali, ó. Não vou não. Me diz que mulher fica esperando um homem que tá preso aqui e não é casada com ele.
Or was it the other one?
Ai, ai. Tem vários pontos agora, galera. Deixa eu ver se eu acho o ícone aqui. Bom, isso aqui é o tempo que a gente pode pular. Cadê o negocinho aqui? Eu quero ver o mapa. Aqui é o mapa. Vai aparecer vários ícones pra gente aqui, né? Oh, é muita coisa, velho. Mas é legal. Olha essas barraquinhas. A barraquinha nas casas. Isso daqui é o brasão de leão. Queria aproximar mais, velho. Zoom. Aqui é o zoom. A gente só pode apertar. Já foi no máximo, é? É, já foi no máximo. Beleza. Eu quero ver onde é que a gente tem a espada de caça. Pelo menos o cara não levou nossa espada, né? A gente foi preso praticamente. Beleza. Galera, eu vou pedir pra vocês deixar um gostei aí no canal. Comente, compartilhe o vídeo, se inscreva no canal, né? Isso motiva muito a trazer os conteúdos. O jogo tá lindo, galera. Tá lindo mesmo. Olha esse gráfico aí, galera. Vocês não estão achando lindo? Comente o que vocês acharam desse jogo aí. Você pode viajar para lugares já descobertos usando o mapa. A gente pode fazer viagens rápidas, então. Então, pessoal, vou fazer o seguinte. Eu vou finalizar o episódio por aqui. Muito obrigado pela presença de vocês. Valeu e fui.